Good day, everyone. We are the Group 2, in which we will give examples of some ancestral houses found in Central Luzon. The Henson-Hizon House. The Henson-Hizon House is a heritage house in the city of San Fernando, Pampanga. It is among our ancestral houses that's not only been standing until this day, but has also seen an important time in Philippine history. It was the home of Nicolasa de Panlilio, who was known for her heroic efforts in aiding wounded Filipino soldiers during the Filipino-American War. She was also recognized for mediating the conflict between General Antonio Luna and General Tomas Mascardo. The architectural features. The Henson-Hizon House is a Spanish colonial period bahay na bato built by the couple Don Saturnino Henson y David, who was Gobernadorcillo of San Fernando and first Tesorero Municipal, and Maria Lacson. The present condition or use. Though still privately owned, tourists who wants to view the house may do so. Ornate architectural designs never fail to amaze the guest. Underneath the beautiful facade, however, lies a tale that has been forgotten with the passing of time but is now resurfacing. The Lazatin House. The Lazatin House is one of the two heritage houses owned by the Lazatin family in the city of San Fernando, Pampanga. The house was built in 1925 by the couple Serafin Lazatin y Ocampo, president of the San Fernando Electric Light and Power Company, and Encarnacion Singan y Torres. The architectural features. The Lazatin House is another San Fernando mansion with an American colonial motif. A staircase leads to a centered front door, flanked by windows on either side. The Lazatin House is perhaps one of the most well-preserved mansions in San Fernando's Heritage District. The present condition or use. Presently, this ancestral house and majority of San Fernando Electric Light and Power Company is still owned by the surviving members of the Lazatin family. The Otangcoy Santos House. The Otangcoy Santos House, also known as the Museum of Women of Malolos, is an early 20th century bahay na bato structure along F. Reyes Street, formerly known as Calle Electricidad, in Barangay Santo Niño in the city of Malolos, Bulacan. The home belonged to Paulino Santos, a propietario and cabeza de barangay, and Alberta Otangcoy Santos, who was the leader of the Women of Malolos and is revered for her contributions to Philippine women's rights, the fight for Philippine independence, and a large part of Malolos' traditional cuisine during the Spanish and American colonial periods. The Otangcoy Santos House has been declared a National Heritage House by the National Historical Commission of the Philippines. The architectural features. The Alberta Otangcoy Santos House houses 4 exhibit halls showcasing collections of surviving artifacts and other memorabilia relevant to the narrative of the women and the Otangcoy Santos family, and a lecture hall. The present condition or use. The Otangcoy Santos House is currently owned by Josefa Santos Tibaya and Lourdes Santos Herrera, granddaughters of Paulino Santos and Alberta Otangcoy Santos, and is under the care of the non-profit organization, the Women of Malolos Foundation Incorporated, which spearheaded initial efforts of restoration through their own A Piece of History, Adapt a Heritage House project. The Hizon Singyan House. The Hizon Singyan House is a bahay na bato heritage house located in the city of San Fernando, Pampanga. Built in 1870 by the couple Don Anacleto Hizon, Gobernadorcillo of San Fernando from 1877 to 1879, and 1886 to 1887, and Victoria Singyan de Miranda y de Ocampo. This bahay na bato of the Spanish colonial period was declared a heritage house by the National Historical Institute on 27th of January 2003 by virtue of Resolution No. 4 S 2003. The architectural features. The Hizon Singyan ancestral house is likely built in the traditional bahay na bato style, which is characterized by a combination of a stone or brick lower level and a wooden upper level. The ground floor, usually made of stone or brick, provides stability and serves as a storage area, while the upper floor, made of wood, is the living space. The present condition or use. Its current status is Level 2 Heritage House, which means sites and structures declared as heritage zones or historic centers, heritage houses, and bearing historical markers. President Ramon Magsaysay House. The Ancestral House is considered a remarkable historical site that can be found in Zambales Province and open to everyone who wants to see the old house of Magsaysay that's showcasing the old structure design with two-story building. The house is very simple and beautiful with full of memories about the president. Inside the house, some of the personal things about the former president such as clothes, books, furniture, appliances, pictures, and medals are well presented and decorated. Few of the president's Barong Tagalogs are also displayed in the house. Guests can also spot an old car placed at the back of the home. The Willys Jeep is owned by the president. The car is said to be in a good condition. The architectural features. The house follows the design principle of the Spanish colonial revival architecture style, which was popular during the Spanish colonial period in the Philippines. It reflects a fusion of Spanish and Filipino architectural elements. The Ramon Magsaysay Ancestral House is a typical example of a bahay na bato. The lower level of the house is made of stone or brick, while the upper level is constructed with wood. This architectural style combines the durability of stone with the flexibility and elegance of wood. The present condition. The house was owned by the late President Ramon Magsaysay, the seventh President of the Philippines, but is now owned by a management and maintained by the local government. The Casa Real. It was built in 1580, became the town's Casa Tribunal, Ayuntamiento, and Casa Presidencia Municipal, and was the residence and office of the Gobernadorcillo during the Spanish time. This house serves as the printing press during the Malolos Republic, then was restored in 1852 and converted into a municipal library. Casa Real Shrine also became the seat of the American military government and then turned into a hospital in 1923, an annex to the Bulacan High School in 1941, and was the Japanese Chamber of Commerce headquarters during the Japanese occupation. The architectural features. The Casa Real exhibits a neoclassical architectural style which was popular during the Spanish colonial era. Neoclassical buildings are characterized by symmetrical facades, grand proportion, and classical elements, such as columns, pilasters, and pediments. The main entrance of the Casa Real is emphasized by a projecting portico or porch supported by columns or pilasters. The portico typically features a triangular pediment at the top, adding to the grandeur of the building's facade. The present condition. It is now a museum under the management of the National Historical Institute and serves as the final repository of still existing memorabilia. This structure played a gigantic role in the Philippine Republic.